What's up, gamers? Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button.
Before even saying hi, like, what's up? Like the video.
Welcome
Priorities.
to episode 4 of season 2 of the NamePending podcast.
Let's go.
My name is
Hello.
Wallace. I am joined by Kat Banneret and Nias.
Hey.
And
What up?
today we are doing a very interesting episode. Last time we did the music episode with CDCyberDragon, but today we are doing what should be a pretty fun one. We are looking at the Order of the Sun flowchart, and it's gonna be a history-focused episode. So if you want to learn some history, you've come to the right episode here. We're gonna talk all about that stuff. So
We're gonna learn. And as I was saying, like right before we started, I should have really said it now. But yeah, I guess because we've got Kat Banneret here, who is like kind of new to the server. Kat, do you recognize any of the countries that are on screen right now?
Valora Glory.
Florida.
Cool.
Kartak.
Yeah.
It's right there. Yeah. So everything at the bottom of the tree.
Yeah, everything at the bottom of the
There's
tree.
like-
Yeah, Dan Schweik.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
do you know
Valerian.
Livonia?
Nope.
Crazy.
That is
Yeah,
kinda
that's
crazy.
old. I feel... Livonia, what's that? And then it's the that gif of the dude growing old.
Yeah, what's that?
You see Jodisburg though. Jodisburg, Bureau.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know Lothrisia though.
No, I don't actually. I actually don't know that one.
Well, actually, I'm not 100% sure on like the, I guess, internals of how Jodisburg kind of works at the moment. Now that it's the United Duchies, because it's the United Duchies of Jodisburg and Buren. I don't know what happened to Lothrikia. I don't know if it was like annexed by Jodisburg. I don't know. We'll get to it when we get to it. We should probably start at the top of this.
Yeah, let's go from the top, right?
Yes.
Let's take it from the top.
All right.
Have you heard of the Order of the Sun, Cat? Ever?
No. I've heard of it. I don't know what it is.
Okay. Lolis, care to take it away?
Yeah. So, to my knowledge, I wasn't there on day 0 or day 1, but to my knowledge, the best way to learn about the Order of the Sun is to read the Zaniel autobiography, which is like the leading knowledge on the Order. And so the Order of the Sun is basically Trotu's first ever like alliance, kind of, but also a country, not really a country. And essentially there was this group of people. There was Zaniel, it was Hydrasterix, it was Mendo eventually. It was... Who else was it? I can't remember.
Well, you can pull up the see. That's why I am.
Yes.
I gathered
yes.
a bunch
You
of
prepared for
resources
this.
because I'm a studious man.
Yes, cool. So it's
There you go.
Harvey,
You got a list.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, Harcy, Mark Bow, Roger Kraft, and Zaniel would form the Order of the Sun at the start.
And eventually, a couple, a few other people would have.
Yes.
Would have got, yeah, you got down there. You got Pancho.
Pancho
Woodville.
joins eventually.
I supplied materials and intelligence to an individual called Pepe. Yeah, lol. Yeah, and men and whatnot. Yeah, okay. The Order of the Sun first country, and it's true that like you're like, is it an alliance? Is it a country?
Yeah.
I guess by like early true to standards, it is a country. But nowadays it'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
It
just
seems
kind of very
it seems to me like this intercontinental alliance kind of thing. Maybe it wasn't at the time though. I don't know.
Because I mean, the way it kind of
The League
functions.
of Nations.
Yeah, I mean, kinda. The way it kind of functions, like everyone's got their base and they're doing their own thing. It's like, hey, we can like agree on stuff, and so they would meet and like hold votes and whatnot. But it's kind of like everyone controls their own base. Like, there weren't even really cities back in the day because the server was just so new. There wasn't really such a thing. So I guess the closest. So some people in the audience might hate me for this comparison, but it's true. The closest, like, modern-ish Trotu comparison is probably the Imperium. Like how it worked. Kat, do you know what the Imperium is / was?
No.
The world is healing? Question mark.
That,
I don't know.
that makes me feel old,
New
Bias. That makes me feel old. It's all good.
And to
I
anyone,
understand.
hey, in the audience, if you feel old, smash that like button and leave a comment about how old you feel. So we should probably look
Yes.
at the So
What
Order
do
of
you
the
wanna start
Sun.
out with?
We get
Which one?
5 things. I don't know, whichever. Well, do you recognize any of these ones? Do you not recognize any of those 5?
I recognize. I don't recognize Columbia.
Okay. Is it mentioned in the biography at all? I don't remember.
I don't know, but I recognize the other 4.
You can Control F and write Columbia.
Yes.
Yeah, Columbia is mentioned 5 times.
Oh, crazy.
Oh, that's just me not paying attention.
No, you're good.
The motion passed in.
Oh, Commissariat. Okay.
Was it right after the order of some victory? A fellow called Federico who lived in. Wait, go up. A fellow called Federico who lived in a cottage near the rice fields asked me if his territory could become a commissariat of the order, and I proposed it to all my fellow members agreed. There was some gripes that the order was getting too big for its boots, and its current system couldn't hold it together. Furthermore, I addressed expedition, blah 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 blah. Despite all, the motion passed, the minute commissariat of Columbia was established. Crazy. Whenever he wanted to make a reform aligned with his own interest, Roger Kraft was capable of putting forth 3 to 4 different votes on very different topics in the span of 15 minutes. As such, only his supporters would be able to vote and his motions would pass. His main supporters are Mark Bo and Pancho, the Muslim Mark Bo. He, on multiple occasions, wanted to go forth with his plan to conquer Helices and even proposed to turn on the Columbia Commissariat at one point. But all these attempts were not put into action for various reasons each time. Crazy.
The absolute plight of me not wanting to say modern Trotu equivalents to these is
Go on. What's the modern Trotu equivalent here?
cake.
Well,
I'll leave
Cake,
it at that.
if you feel slighted by that comment, leave it in the comments many times.
Yeah, many times, and don't hate me.
So we
Don't
get the
hold
engagement. 5 times is crazy. What's like time 3? And like Columbia, because it's such a irrelevant. It was like it was 1 cottage. You can still visit it. Actually, it's still there.
Yeah,
It was like-
I want to do
No
that.
way.
It's still there.
He lived in a tall building in Europe.
Ooh, the old name for Actually, if you go to the footnote there,
Yes.
that I think Crass left. No, wait. The footnote's at the bottom of the page, not the.
I think at the bottom.
No, like bottom of that page, not the bottom
Oh.
of the document. That's why it's.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there.
Old name.
The old name for the continent of Australia.
is Europe. Europe.
You just straight up. Yep.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
change.
very, very original.
Um,
European. Hated the Homer. Yeah, mood. No, don't hate me. No.
Yeah.
No, Rice, don't kill me. What's mentioned 4?
I think
Two.
it's dissolved. Yeah.
Yeah.
He partnered with Federico, who Homer, Rice. He partnered with Federico, who had recently dissolved Columbia and created an organization called the Columbia Railroad, which was to take the land over. Yeah, that was very common in early Trotu, and Rice and I like to be old people about it. How there was like this gray area in the rules for like years that people would exploit, that people would go, oh, this land is not part of my country, it's my private company, and therefore it cannot be invaded because it's not a country. obviously later on I got like patched, and now it's you can attack it whatever because
People still do it though. People still try.
People still try, yeah. They think, maybe if it's not on the map, then people won't see me. But
Yeah.
Yeah, not quite how. I mean, nowadays, if you want to attack it, you very much can. In fact, if it's not in your country, it has less protections because people in that country are not really necessarily, bound to defend it.
Yes.
But
So there's
Colombia,
Colombia. It's not related to the Colombia that is more relevant. Well, not even relevant now, but was relevant like a year ago. It's not
which
related
one?
to that. Colombia. It was Jez country.
I do not remember this.
It got It got into Iranian.
Oh,
And then
okay.
They torched it.
Oh yeah! What are we talking about? Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, no, unrelated.
Yes, unrelated.
And I don't think that they would have taken inspiration off of this one because
No.
it would have required reading. So I think it's just.
It would have required reading.
Yeah, so I think it's unlikely.
Real.
There's the go-to.
Reading.
So-
Ugh.
For real. I mean, correlation. The time after time, it's been proven scientifically that the literacy rate of a player is directly correlated to their success on turn 2.
Yes.
Real.
And like the rough, it goes the other way as well.
Yeah.
So, all those countries under Order of the Sun, were those all members of Order of the Sun, or
They
were
were,
they
yes.
derived later?
So,
New Order is the.
not the New Order. That's true. It's rather because the New Order. It was. Oh wait, hold on. Because it was like, quick to the book. What's the first time that the Homer?
There
gets
we go. There's our
beaten?
first one.
No, wait, no, not my book. The
Oh.
Daniel. Sorry, no.
Okay, take that
No,
point
not
off.
the-
Take that point off. I'll have to
Take
edit
the point
it
off. Yeah,
once.
take the point off. Yeah, no, the Zaniel. When's the first time that
okay.
the Homer gets mentioned in that?
Homer?
Yeah, Homer.
Let's see.
You control F again.
Chapter 2.
The,
He then proclaimed the creation of a country called the New Order.
There you go. We're at chapter 2. So go up.
Yeah.
There's 35 mentions of this dude. Yeah, crazy.
Yes. Yeah, he was like a scheming fellow. I think that's how it's described. And
That's
not
the
really
terminology. A scheming fellow.
Now known as Rice Cole.
It's crazy that it's the
Dude.
same character all these years. That's
Isn't that crazy?
he's the oldest, right? The oldest character?
Oldest character still alive? Yeah, I think so. That's crazy.
Dang.
Yeah.
Technically it is like under a different name though.
What do you mean?
Obviously.
Well, because there was I think I'm not 100% up to date on my Rice cult lore, but as far as I understand, it was like the Homer, and then there was like Rice for a number of years, and then like he brought back the Homer
Oh, yeah.
name even for his character, but then it basically they were the same all along or something. Rice, if you can clarify on this, leave it in the comments. I'm actually interested because I don't remember.
I think I talked to him about this a few weeks ago, and he was like, it was like the same. It was the same thing, but like he just changed his Minecraft username and is like, it's the same character. I could be wrong about that, but I don't know.
Yeah, if you can clarify that, Rice, then much appreciated. But yeah, because it's like, okay, so he creates the scheming fellow, blah blah.
The New
Right.
Order.
Right, he was inspected by like the Order. The Order of Sun basically like took over his house.
Yeah.
That he had. You know where his house was? His like original house.
Yeah, it was on the island that's Trotu Wilds now, isn't it?
Where is that in relation to Spawn?
What is it? West or East or something? I don't know. Is it West or East?
What if I told you that it is east of Spawn at
East.
Subarashi Island?
Yes. Yeah.
It is
East.
it is east of Spawn. It wasn't called Subarashi Island. It was named Subarashi Island during the Order of the Sun. For anyone, any of our viewers that knows the east of Spawn at Subarashi Island name, comment it on the comments.
Do I know?
Yeah, that. So then it's basically like it got brought into countryhood, basically. like during Order of the Sun.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Cool.
Libra.
Libra?
Libra?
The city. It's like-
Libra
Yeah,
is
yeah.
made by Mark Bell. I think everybody. Kat, you know about
Everybody,
Libra.
Kat, you know Libra.
Yeah. I mean, you guys showed it on the tour, so.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
As
Yeah,
far as I
Libra.
know, Libra isn't really like a country per se, more than it is like a place that people go to and stuff happens.
Switzerland.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like a almost like a city-state, but it hasn't been a state in so long. It's just a city, a place. It's like Nagas Bones for the real ones in the chat.
Yeah. I get that.
You get that.
Okay,
but...
here we go.
Ooh,
Do you want to go?
okay.
We have a crossroads here.
Which branch do we go, Kat? Do you want to? Which branch would you like to go down here?
Let's go Arcania first, because
Okay.
Union kind of goes middle and goes out from there.
Cool. Arcane.
Cool.
How much of this would be under rice fields, and how much under
Rice. It would be rice fields at this time, yeah.
Okay.
Oh god. Burn the rice fields, burn the rice fields, burn the rice fields, burn the... Oh god, 47 mentions, Jesus
Burn
Christ.
them all.
Burn them all, burn the rice.
I should
rice.
make that meme, and it's like a
the rice fields.
yeah.
Yeah, but make that meme, that's funny. Oh wait, we should have said that at the beginning of the episode. We're recording this on the 13th of June, 2026.
Yes.
Just like
So
y'all
maybe
know.
they get burned again whenever.
They get burned again tomorrow, then
Yeah.
yeah.
So Mendo's house. Where is Mendo's house, by the way?
It's still there, like in Ricefield. It's like the sort of main house near the coast. It's been rebuilt since. It looks a lot prettier now. But yeah, it's that one. It's like just near the coast. Oh yeah, let's talk about the so-called communist basis.
Yeah.
early Twitter was funny.
I from what I read, the Order of the Sun was like intentionally completely delusional and what they were.
Yes. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Very much.
They were so
It's,
like
it's not a bug, it's a feature.
just like there was always a conspiracy to uproot the order.
Yep. Oh my god.
So
okay.
rice fields, to my knowledge, was like a point. So there were underground tunnels that connected Spawn to rice fields and basically like all of the order places. Is that right?
Yes, like pretty much all of the like settlements and places relevant to the Order of the Sun were connected via tunnels underground.
Do they still exist?
No comment. Look, if this gets used in a battle 3 years from now, hats off to you. Hats off to you. It's up to you. Just say.
Listen, only in the NamePending podcast could you increase your history knowledge, but that's not even true. So,
Like, if that wins you a battle, to, like many years down the line, you gotta like and subscribe.
yeah.
And comment.
The inspection of many other locations in order to look for common spaces.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I think yes, it's when like Burn the Rice Fields starts being Burn the Rice Fields.
Yes, so Menem hired Rise, aka Homer, to burn the rice fields for like a reward or something.
That's a thing. Yeah, as far as I remember, it was like, and they had some like Menem and like Mendo had like something whatever IRL beef, or it's not even beef. It's like I think like one of them beat the other in League of Legends or something. Remember, we were all like you know like school buddies. We were like 16 or 17, right? And it's like I'm gonna hire this dude to like burn your base in Minecraft, and. Well, I mean, I think Lollies, you know this, but Kat, it was for the longest time. I don't know if it's necessarily true anymore, but for the longest time in Trodo, you could trace every event and every country back to the burning of the rice fields. It's like it sparked sort of a domino that caused everything else in Trodo history.
Yes.
To a degree, that's still true, I guess. But
Dude, it's like those, those Wikipedia things where it's like connect these two articles, and you have to like find the
Yeah.
one that links that.
it's like 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah. Well,
Anything, Valora's existence and the burning of the rice fields.
yeah. So you.
Oh wait, that's an episode. Let me write that down.
Ooh,
that's an
that is
episode. 6 degrees of separation? Are you kidding me? Anyway.
That same night, I was with the other Order members in Libra, enjoying ourselves in conversation when we got an urgent message from Rice Fields that they were being attacked, even despite our warnings. Harpy and Zaniel flew there, while Mark Bow and Roger Kraft went by foot, so they arrived first. They saw Rice Fields was broken and filled with lava.
Oh my god.
And so Homer...
Yeah. And back in the day, there wasn't a rule against griefing. Right? This is so early Trodo that there isn't like rules.
Yeah.
This is just kind of vibe space. So
Homer and Hydrasterix destroyed and burned it. Question.
yes.
Do you know how, like, was it actually like burning, or was it like like you said here, or it's like later? I don't know.
I mean, because it says, what does it say? What's the wording?
It says it was broken and lava, but then
broken
you said it
and
was
filled with
burning.
lava. I guess colloquially known as the burning of the rice fields. Yeah.
So then this is the first Trodo battle, right? Is Zaniel and
This is the first.
Harpy versus Homer and Hydrasterix.
Yeah, 2v2 is the first Trodo battle. But in fact, newer evidence has come to light, or new sources have come to light very recently, via our friends in Trodo Wilds Ventures. Because if you go east of Spawn to Subarashi Island, give me a second. If you go east of Spawn to Subarashi Island, there's a number of puzzles. If you do these puzzles successfully, you might find that there's a book, and this book says the following. Also, the book is authored by the Homer 17 nowadays, so kind of 7 years after the events that are being described here. But it says, 2019 notes. Zaniel is the biggest liar in Troto server history, one who lies by omission. If there is an elite, it is built upon the omissions by his biography made. He was the enemy. The first war of the server? What a joke. There was barely even a fight. The first real battle of Troto server was in Shiganshina, where the New Order made the corrupt Order of the Sun collapse to the ground. And does he explain why all of this happened in the first place? Rice fields, the trials? Of course not. The truth is the story of the New Order, of the war, of the fall of the New Order, began with Zaniel griefing, fishing for information, looking for inexistent communist bases. He griefed my house, then convinced the others to take me to trial on communist accusations. The Order of the Sun basically evicted me from my house in this island in a violent raid and forced me to a corrupt trial. I still have evidence on me. How in a second trial they were willing to corrupt and change outcomes for money. This was all the proof I needed. That nation should fall. This is the origin of everything. The reason it all began. My home. That's
Wow.
what the book says. And if people had kept going with the Troto Wilds Ventures, as in people were actually interested in the project, more of these crazy lore drops were set to happen. But unfortunately, Troto people cannot read, so there's a lot of history there. I guess we're just not getting.
No, wait. I want to know more.
Well, if you to convince Rice and CD, I guess, to pick up with the Troll Wilds Vent. Well, I guess convince them that there's enough people interested to follow it, I guess. Because that was crazy. That's a crazy lore drop.
Was that written at the time?
No, that was written nowadays.
Okay.
But by as we said, the oldest character on Troto who was there.
Yes. Cool. That's
Damn.
cool.
I love how there's different arguments for how history has been traced down.
Yeah.
Was it the burning of the
Right.
rice fields, or was it the communist thing? Like,
Yeah.
Right?
that's like a theories episode, you know?
Ooh, true to theories episode?
True to
Question
all
mark?
history.
True to ooh.
Dude,
Dude.
what if true to episodes?
I'm
would
writing
be
this
so
down.
cool.
Yeah, this is like the whole chat between us. It's like, you know, that's actually a good episode idea. We'll have like
Yeah, it is.
20 pinned ideas.
if
What
you
if-
watching have any good ideas for episode, drop
Yeah.
them in the comments.
Yes, several times.
Yes,
Dude,
please.
like, what if rice fields was never burnt down? Like,
That's crazy.
Yes, that
All
would,
of true history different.
one important thing is
Yeah.
that Rise will always be the criminal of the greatest misinformation act, in my opinion. And that is the fact that he made the marketplace Rise Fields, not Rice
So
Fields.
true.
And then it like confuses everybody.
Yeah, people are like, oh, wait, what? Which one is which?
Yeah,
Oh.
I was so confused the first time. But yes, it's a different place.
Anyway, back to the flowchart.
Yes.
We
Okay,
should probably get
flowchart.
back on
Yeah, we digress back
We
to
digress.
Arcania, you know.
So Arcania. So basically, after the rice field get burnt and the Order of the Sun jumps to its defense, Rice Fields joins the Trudu. Rice Fields joins the Order of the Sun, kind of as part of the country. So then it kind of its first kind of stint into statehood, because before it was just a base, right? Kind of in the middle of nowhere, and then now it was in the Order of the Sun. So then after the Order of the Sun. It actually not only did it sort of become independent from the Order of the Sun when the Order of the Sun fell, but also it attracted a lot of people who like ex-Order of the Sun people to go join Arcania. That's why it's kind of like marked here as a successor.
Yes, I
Or I
believe
guess,
Zaniel
coming
joined
from-
Arcania for a bit. Is that right?
That is true. I think that might be in Zenial 7 or something. we can have a quick old checko. But yeah, he was given like a province to govern. I think 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm doing the gesture with my hands. Don't worry. 8. Wait, what? Hold on. You where is? Oh yeah, no. Yeah, we keep going. Okay, so it wasn't that 10?
Oh, here we go.
Yes, 10. Yeah, there you go. But then after Menda offered Mai to govern, yeah, crazy, one of his provinces, as he was building to expand his small settlement to something bigger. I accepted this from a relaxing sideshow to the building in this of my town. Arrived at the location, was given my province, blah 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 blah. Wallonia. Yeah, it's still there nowadays.
Cool. That is cool.
Yeah. Cool. Anyway, so off of Arcania we have a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll notice that it's kind of like if a country was kind of like the main hegemon for its period, it has a lot of branches coming off of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have personally questions about Ramipal.
Go on.
I have a theory, but I haven't researched it enough to confirm or deny it. And
That's
is
the best kind of theory.
Yes. I have a theory that Lichness okay, so originally somebody, I don't know who, built a fortress at Ramipal. Then Lichness tore it down to build something else, but then either got executed before that was ever a thing. And that's my theory. And it still hasn't been rebuilt since.
So, there was originally to call it a fort is very generous.
Oh, okay.
It's like outdoorsy almost base. To call it a base is kind of great. It's just chests and crafting benches and whatnot, just kind of on a hill.
Yeah.
And there was a tower with a flag. There and a kind of perimeter of 3 to 4 block high of wooden planks just to be a wall. Do you want to call that a fort? I don't know. Up to you. And that was by Nico Palmares. In fact, if you look up the word Palmares in the Zaniel autobiography, it's in Palmares. Boom. All the trial, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's skip to the third one. Yeah, there. The Rodecraft was looking for someone to invade, capitalized on the sour attitude of its founder, Nico Palmares. Yeah, Romy Pal. I think. Wait, go up.
Romy Paul?
Go up slightly. Next one. Yeah, there you go. In only a week about these meetings, rice fields would find itself mobilizing to invade and put us in Romy Pal. Why Romy Pal? There was no reason. The place did not have any significant resources to give and was too far away to effectively govern or to be made into a province. It was war for war's sake.
Interesting.
Yes. So
but it was torn down, wasn't it, by Lichness?
Yes. So the bit in the middle. So actually, yeah, it was kind of fully torn down. Both the wooden wall and the stuff inside was kind of torn down. Then it was terraformed. Yeah, torn down by Lichness, terraformed by Lichness, and where before there was like this kind of like wooden plank kind of fence. Yeah. That's where the like massive stone walls were then erected, and I don't actually know if they're still there. The walls?
Yes, they are.
I think
they are.
They are. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. But there's not much inside.
No, there's
because I know that some of it has been burnt down, some of it was destroyed. In fact, certain members of Libertas recorded themselves destroying some of the bits inside of Romy Pal.
Really? Damn.
Yes, because when it was the country of Araucania Nova under what's his name? It's escaping my brain. He's Spanish. It'll come back to me. Araucania Nova. There was an embassy made there. Sorry?
Juan from Hesperia?
No, not Juan. His like buddy. Vita Mortem.
Oh,
Vita Mortem.
Okay.
Yeah, Araucania Nova under Vita Mortem. And there was an embassy made there by Admec. So then, since when Vita's character died and he left Trodu, he left Araucania Nova, the country, to Hesperia, which is kind of crazy because it's on the other side of the map. But now because Hesperia owned it, then when Libertas started hating on Admec, they went to Romy Pal, started blowing up shit there. And there's a video of them destroying the embassy that had been built there from the Mechanicus.
Yes, I believe I've seen that.
But only after planting a tree in it, just kind of for good measure.
Yes.
So my question is, in Xaniel, it's always just rice fields. When did the name Araucania come up?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I believe during the fourth electoral term that they had, which was when Mark Bow won and started ruling. I don't actually know if this is here. Yeah, I don't think this is here, because after Xaniel gets exiled, the narrative of the autobiography sort of switches to Barun, so that's not really talked about, I don't think. But yeah, it was. I think Mark Bow later gave it the name Araucania.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what primary source this is, but
they are like kind of the same thing though. Rice.
It's the same thing. It's just a rename.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because before it was because there's the settlement rice fields and the country was also called rice fields, so in order to just avoid confusion.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So we know Araucania Nova is the Germanian thing. It's agreement between Barun and Hesperia, right?
So that to me was always hilarious. The concept of Araucania Nova, because Vita joined Trodu, saw on a map that at some point Araucania/Ricefields owned the land of Romy Pal, right? Which, as we just read, it was just they wanted to go to war with this just established country with this kid, completely wrecked him, and then ignored that, left that country inactive, just wrecked him and left. But then Vita, many years later, saw on a map that Araucania had owned that land, so then he I'm gonna remake Araucania, starting where? In Romy Pal. And I find that really funny.
Yeah.
I find that really, and he called it Araucania Nova, and I don't know if it ever actually held the OG Araucania. I think maybe for a bit because he reached an agreement with Lucky or something. But the capital remained in Romy Pal.
Yeah.
So that's kind of funny. Anyway.
Violand.
Yeah.
So, to my knowledge, there is Actually, let's view a map.
Yes, that's what I've got a map. But whoa. I put them in order, broski.
Oh, sorry. Where exactly would these be? Here we go. Is this?
Sure.
So, there was a battle fought at each of these. If I remember correctly.
Yes. True.
During the Reefer War, yeah.
Very true. Yeah, very good. And violence. So then that was Roderick Craft's base post all of this stuff. Or like his country, I guess, but it wasn't really. It was a one-man country, so who cares? Yeah. So originally it was supposed to be like his second character. He just happened to do the exact same, and in fact, he at one point he fought a war where he like used his previous character's claim for it, so they might as well be the same character. You know?
Yeah.
Because he like tried to declare war on Araucania to like retake the country. And then, if you tell him, like, hey, but wasn't that Roderick Craft, not your current character? He'd be like, whatever,
Yeah.
So...
Cool.
So, yeah, well,
and
that's...
I believe there is video of both of the battles, right?
Yes, there's footage of both of these battles, which I'm sure we will look at in a future episode.
Yes.
No spoilers.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's do... Califato.
Califato. You know Califato?
Yes. Kind of.
That was Dantelchido's country, which was, at the time, giga far away. To be fair, if you nowadays settle there, it's kind of far away. Like, I guess from everything else. But at the time, I was like, okay, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Why does this place exist?
I don't know what's there nowadays, honestly. I haven't been there in years. It's just kind of in a desert. He wanted to establish a desert country. He didn't get super far. It's like a tiny base. There might be more stuff there nowadays because other countries have held that land since. Like, I think Amar owned it for a bit. Crazy, I think Pepperland owned it for a bit. And someone else. So there might be more stuff there, but I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Alright. The Alliance.
The Alliance, one of the many names for Fexop's country.
Oh.
I know. So if we, I guess it'll have to be. No, it's there. It's on that map. It's blue. Yeah, to the right, just south of
yes.
just south of Inkwell.
Oh wow.
Is this where Jodasburg is?
No.
Jinx.
No.
Yeah. Okay. It's not.
But it is near where what's that new country?
Vastalasia.
Vastalasia. It is near Vastalasia. Oh, by the way, Mr. Vastalasia, if you're watching the episode, like, I kind of wait. So, in case you have a question why your country's not yet on the flowchart, usually I wait for a bit until, like, the country's more kind of established and, it's done more things before I add them. Because, obviously, there's people who join the server, establish a country, just kind of exist for 2 months and then leave. So then, I don't want the flowchart to be cluttered. So that's why. I'm not keeping you out, just because I'm mean. I'm like... I'm waiting because otherwise I'd have to add so many other people.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. That's Fexop.
Fexop's country. It's had like 5 different renames throughout like its history and never any progress. Anyway.
What is Zulam?
Ooh, only real ones will remember Zulam. I think it was like Pancho 1304's like cousin or friend or something. If you pull up the first map that I sent, the one before, that one, you see that purple bit just north of Araucania?
Yes.
That is the first ever settlement of that island ever, before Ricciardi. It was like, the guy joined, he played for maybe a week and left, but it's there. And why it's on the flowchart is because then Ricciardi was just like king and his buddy Parames went there because they like had stuff already, right? So then it's like picking up from Zulam's like materials and base and whatnot. that's why Zulam is here. Usually, you know, if it was a country existing for a week, it wouldn't be on the flowchart.
That's something
it's because Rick Unity
I
exists
like.
for 2PM.
I like when people do that and they like pick up where somebody left off.
Right?
I love that.
Right? Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Very cool. So that's Zulam.
So
Ricky Unity. This is a bigger
Ricky
one.
Unity.
Yeah, speaking of Ricky Unity.
I've heard a lot about Ricky Unity. What is Ricky Unity?
What's on the very next map, in fact?
Yes. Yes.
Boom. Ricky Unity. As the song goes, you know, that we saw last time, also a daily reminder to join Ricky Unity. In the shout out to Welcome to Shoto Server, the song. I'm shouting on my own song, don't worry. It's the King 47's country. Well, the King 47 in Paramis. Nobody here remembers Paramis. People remember King. Kat, do you know who the King 47 is?
I do know who the King 47 is.
How come?
Tom told me about King.
Crazy. You've spoken to Tom? Oh yeah, I think you have.
Yeah,
I did.
He's been teaching the new generation recently. It's pretty
crazy.
Cool. Yeah.
Even from the retiree home, Tom is still the GOAT. That's crazy.
Retiring home's crazy.
That's crazy. Tom is still the GOAT. Tom, if you're watching this episode, you're not. But Tom, if you're watching this episode, you're the GOAT. But Ricky Unity. I mean, and also, I guess you know King because there was the King diss track, which is the first song that we listened to last time.
Yeah.
And this kid called King who asked for a diss track. That one.
I love that
just
song.
I hate it. It's just imagine Vindex.
But he got into 14 wars.
Yeah, that's it. But Canadian. But make him Canadian.
Yes.
Enough said, right?
Yeah. Furthermore, when he joined, so you know, for Vindex, but Canadian, and when he joined, he was like 14.
Yeah.
So that
King and Vindex are such like related players, even though they have no relation. It's crazy.
If I didn't know any better, I would believe you if you told me that they were alts.
Yeah.
I would fully believe you.
Yeah.
100% I would believe you. I mean, have you seen the King 47 and Vindex in the same room at the same time?
I don't think I have.
Okay, that can come up in our theories video or episode. But yeah, the King and Ricky Unity famously has the record for the most wars lost in true history.
They lost every war, didn't they?
Every war they ever fought.
Which was 14, wasn't it?
No.
No?
In fact, I don't know because I was keeping tabs on it until I wasn't. I lost count at 8. I did. That would be a fun book to write. Try and research the wars of Ricky Unity. I lost count at 8.
8.
Yeah. But mass respect to King because he kept coming back every single time. How many players can you say? Yeah, he never gave up. How many? Like so many players will lose not even a war, a battle, and crash out and leave. Not naming any names, right? But King. You know, he kept coming back. It's like, okay, even when he lost his entire country, because some of those is okay, he lost a war, but he just kind of got raided, right? He got his materials taken from him. There were other times where he lost his entire country. He's like, okay, I'll go abroad and I'll try and get it back, right? It's like massive respects for that. I respect him. I respect King a lot more than I respect a lot of other players who can click good or they got a trillion free mucks or whatever. But
click good.
Yeah, exactly. Some of the people click good. Some of the people, I build massive builds. Or some of the people are like, I mine netherite. I've got a shit ton of it. You know what? But how many losses have you taken? Have you come back? That's the stuff that makes me respect our Troto player. For real. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's my daily glaze of the King voice.
So we kind of have to jump here. Do you want to continue here, or do you want to go to the Union?
Let's hit up Union so we keep everything on the same timeline. So while all that was happening,
meanwhile, you know the Batman thing.
Can I take this? I think I have a good
Go
knowledge.
on, you take it. You take it.
So the Union, essentially, from what I understand, I think it's actually in the autobiography.
Yes.
That, and Zaniel has this like perception that Balerion isn't like as good due to Harpy's kind of betrayal, but essentially you can see it's described here as the people who stood against the tyranny and joined the Union were the Barunian people, and then created the Barunian Empire. But the thing is, Harpy didn't, and also split off to join Balerion. And so they're kind of like two nations that have diverged, or is that the word, diverged? Yeah. And
I guess, yeah, it's kind of like long lost brothers, if you will,
yeah.
At least according to the autobiography.
Yeah, long lost brothers is a good way to put it. And it's weird because it feels like they go hand in hand when you look at it through history. But I feel like Barun has been more relevant a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's not unfair.
And Barun is doing better nowadays.
This is true. This is true.
Balerion, unfortunately, is under tough
Then
times.
again, Balerion's existence has been uninterrupted since, while Barun has, like, been conquered and then remade and reconquered and remade and whatnot. So, there's that.
Yeah. So yeah, Barun is like one of the most historic nations on Trodu. Like, there's so much stuff to talk about with Barun. Me and Nice did a whole, like, how long was it? Like 6 hours voice call?
I mean, because we did it over like 3 times, 2 or 3 times. I mean, I guess I can say it on the episode. I haven't made the list public yet, but I can talk about it. Because Slawless wanted to learn about the history of Barun, and some other people wanted to learn about the history of Barun. But to this day, there isn't a single book talking about the whole history of Barun. Right?
Which, if you're watching, you totally should make it.
You totally should.
Yeah.
And in fact, there's some major periods of his history that are like just straight up there isn't a book about it, or there's not that much about it, not even sources. So then what I did was, these are 5 hours that I'm not getting back, by the way, in my lifespan. I went and I combed through basically every primary source that I could think of or find on Trodu about Barunian history, and I put them in order, right? In an order that like would be understandable. And it's like this huge fucking list of like, okay, now read this chapter of this book. Now go look at this YouTube video. Now look at this, and like in order, so it can be understood kind of as a single narrative, if you will. As far as that can get you, and that way you can get the most comprehensive view of Baronian history that you can get. Period. At the moment on Trodu,
it's a lot of fun to research. It's a lot of fun.
Well, what do you think, Lolas? Because I can't really speak.
I loved it. I loved the beginnings of it. With Kaiser and Saida, and then you go into Salvation, and then you have the Great War. I think that was out of order, but
yes,
that was out of order. But I was hitting all the points. And then you have modern Barun, and I like Barun. It's a pretty cool nation.
Yeah. It's got a lot of sort of history and legacy behind it. Anyway. The Union. So what the hell is the Union? Do you want
to... I'm gonna be honest, Chief.
This
might be a you thing.
Do you want to look up the word Union on the thingy?
Union.
What's the first mention?
From the Union base. So the Union base still exists, right?
Yes.
Unfinished.
Oh no, that's the second mention. Harvey and I had seen the decline of the Order of the Sun as imminent. Therefore, we had secretly started work on a settlement far to the east, out of reach of any Order map, which would act as a center of a revolution to reforge the Order to make it stand into the future. This settlement was to be the launching point of a reformist coup called the Union. We were to take over the Order, reform it, reforge it, and then carry on to take over the entire world. So no other threat to its continued existence could exist. They began we had begun construction of the base about a month before it now came to use, though not for its intended purpose, because the Order of the Sun fell before they'd finished it.
Yeah.
And when the Order dissolved, Harpy and I fled there to start the buildup of an insurgency that would regain Lost Lands and accomplish its original goal. And then it essentially became like the exile base to launch a take back of the Order of the Sun after it fallen. So originally it was meant to coup the Order of the Sun, but then it was meant to kind of save / reforge the Order of the Sun.
Yeah, I visited the Union base. It was still unfinished, and I was like, it's crazy no one has finished this yet in all this time.
Yep. Because the opportunity presented itself. So I think it's if you go down a few mentions. No, before. Go up slightly. Oh wait, no, go down. Yeah. So after essentially they get exposed on the 19th of June 2019. 19th of June 2019. Julia Play and I found out that Harpy had been smuggling information to the New Order behind our backs and also stolen plenty of material. European and I were heartbroken over this and struggled to decide. And then, there's the whole Barun passage. And then European and I decided that the operation would need to be carried out as soon as possible, so we made ready for war. So then the base was just never finished. It was go time before they could.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's to my knowledge, that's the reason why Zaniel did not like Balerion, is because Harpy was smuggling information.
Right. Yeah, according to the fellows who stood against tyranny and joined the Union were the beginning of the Baronian people and thus the first Baronians, but this betraying of the Order's legacy marks the separation of White Harpy 3 from the continued path of the Order of the Sun. This separation would eventually lead to him creating Balerion and the Balerians. Corrupted version of Barun from its inception. Damn. Yeah, that.
So
that's why
Balerion and Barun.
Speaking of.
So which branch would you like to go to?
Let's do
the choose your own adventure.
Let's do the Barun one, and then
we'll
hit the big three. The big three.
The big three.
Irago is far out to the east in a desert, and I believe Irago is now still owned by Barun. And Andy put it in his Edelweiss Musgrove song.
Yes.
And Nesquik, I believe, is that him? Am I right about that? Nesquik blew Irago up.
Yes.
And
partly, and then made it into a quote anarchic zone.
Yes. Yes.
Which basically was he announced to everyone in the world, hey, everyone in the world, I've conquered Irago, and it's now an anarchic zone. If you want to go down there and grief it, you can do it. You're free to. It's owned by me, but I allow you to go and grief it further. Basically, what he wanted is to be backed up, because if other people griefed it other than him, then he could shield himself behind it wasn't just me. Nobody did. Nobody did. Only he did it. In fact, if you pull up the maps that I very helpfully, maybe not that one. There you go.
Oh yeah, Beneth.
Beneth or Beneth. So it was Irago with its capital Era, or Great Era, and that was kind of ruled by the Caspier, or Casper for friends. And have you heard that name?
Casper? Yeah.
Casper. Okay.
Yeah, he watched the diss track.
Oh yeah, that's what am I talking about? Yeah, diss track. Yes, sir. Yeah. Sorry, I'm old.
Yeah.
And his friends joined Schroeder, and then they established the town of Beneth. But Beneth essentially became its own country, because, and this is all in the Casper biography.
Yes. Is that released to the public?
I don't know. I mean, it was published, but I don't think it's in a in-game book. Which, that's crazy. Somebody really should put it in an in-game book. That
I might do that, honestly.
Yeah, I can. Let me pull that up real quick, because I think this might be useful to just educate our audience, because we're an education channel as well. This, bam. There should be, yeah, that.
Yes.
So in chapter 2, chapter 2. Irrigo is heavily involved in the construction of Vera. I quickly grew a strong connection to the place. I was a simple Irrigo, blah, 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 blah. I also gained many friends, Uranus, Melandor, Torf, Niemser, blah, blah. With the latter two now having passed, lol. But in my time in Irrigo, I also became acquainted with my greatest adversary, Nesquik Vencido.
This leads right into Keeland.
This does lead right, because that's when they develop beef. But, okay, so in the last paragraph of that is, Irrigo also taught me how not to rule. I made many mistakes in my management of the land, constantly demanding unreasonable stuff from my citizens and not treating my citizens with enough respect, overzealousness and poor foreign relations. One thing I did do right, I had ambition. Lots of it. I can respect that. But basically Benneth became like pseudo-independent kind of under his nose because they didn't want to like give him stuff and like help him. So it's like technically part of Irrigo, but not really part of Irrigo. And in fact, later on when Keoland takes over Barun and blow up Irrigo, Benneth made a deal with...
Spoilers!
Spoiler. Benneth, as a town, made a deal with Keoland, and actually Benneth was let go. Like, they were essentially given their independence because they didn't jump to...
Wait, Nesquik followed through on a deal?
Well, okay. Rather... Okay, you gotta understand. Keoland didn't have allies. It had immediate enemies and future enemies, right?
So, put that in the
quotes. they didn't get attacked yet. But in fact, I think there's pictures definitely, and there might even be footage of like Niemser and Melalord Toff and those people that we just saw. Like at Keoland, like because they like essentially went to like give tribute to the city of Keoland to like strike a deal, which is funny. Anyway, yeah, that
Keoland, maybe the most infamous.
Definitely the most infamous single country.
Yeah.
What do you know of Keoland, Kat?
I've heard of Keoland. I've heard there's a lot of things about Keoland, but like I don't know Keoland exactly. So, like, where do we start?
Oh, I don't know how much, because the whole Keoland story is like an hour, so I'm not doing that now. And then it could just be its own episode. The Keoland episode could be.
And if you wanna read more about it, The Fall of Barun by Varain Gall, I'm pretty sure has a lot of that stuff. Is that no?
No, it doesn't.
No, okay, never mind.
In fact, I don't know what has. I guess the Varain Chronicles has a little bit of Keoland.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, it starts with like, and Keoland blew up Barun, and then this happened. It's like it kind of like starts at the very end of that. But yeah, it's like the short version. It was a city within Barun that like rebelled off of Barun and eventually conquered the rest of Barun, and then used that as a springboard to kind of put the rest of Trodu kind of under their boot for a bit. It is, I believe, to this day. Well, you could make a couple other arguments, I guess, but I would say one of the only, if not the only, country that like has tried to, through the geopol and kind of through, well, RP is going a little bit too far, but through the game, tried to end Trodu. Just straight up. Because the objective was like, so we conquer enough countries and put the rest under essentially like, like fear, right? We like get, we become the top dog of Trodu. And then they went, this is still in event news if you go back enough, they went, any new country created will just blow up immediately. And, every other country that exists, even if we haven't,
he said, I declare war on peace. They gotta do
what we say. What's that?
He said, I declare war on peace.
He did say, I declare war on peace. There's any new country created, will get, the word that he liked was obliterated. He really liked that word. And then every country that exists that we haven't taken over yet has got to do what we say, and every new country will just blow up, and Trodu ends here. Boom. Which is a crazy endgame if you ask me for a country. part of me kind of respects it, but on the other hand, they were toxic as hell. So
Yeah.
Sanikia.
See-
That is on one of my maps.
Is it?
Oh.
I didn't know
All the
this,
maps that I
this
sent.
branched from Baroon. I thought this was independent and just Amar developed it.
You'd think if you went in order for the maps, you would see that
Where is this?
one before, I think.
Here?
Nope, one before this. Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Sanikia, originally a vassal under Baroon, like in its very inception. But then you see that bit that Beleriand owns just on the coast near Baroon?
Yes, right here.
Yeah, that. Do you know what that is?
That looks like modern day Beskar.
That was the very, very beginnings of Beskar. This is the first showing of Beskar on the map ever.
Oh, really?
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah. And so Beskar, obviously Lucky Shark, maker of Beskar, established, essentially with a bunch of new, because essentially there was a big wave of players immediately post Keeland, and they were all making their bases across the map. So he was like, okay, if we all unite into a single federation, then we can be strong together. And it was the Federation of New States, or the FNS.
Oh,
Yes.
I
Which
feel like
is,
I've heard of that.
the FNS. You might have heard of the FNS. In fact, I believe Lawless might know a little bit about the FNS.
I do know a bit, but I think that's a little bit before my research.
Right, fair. Which is why one of the other things that I sent right before the maps was Beskar, the Phoenix City.
Yes, this is such a good one. Like,
If
you want to know Lucky
Pius
Shark
for,
lore,
for writing this.
yes,
Yeah.
this has so much. This is such a good one. Beskar, the Phoenix City.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great book.
Great stuff. But yeah, that basically. So that's Sanikia.
Yeah. Let's do Balerion now. While we're on the subject,
Yeah.
Let's do Beleriand.
the FNS, Lucky Sharks.
That's
thing.
right.
So was he a vassal of Baleriand, or did he join the country proper?
So because Beleriand, what is the country of Beleriand function prior to Enchu's reforms?
Harpy. And
Yes,
that's
the
it.
correct answer. Correct answer. So is it a vassal? Is it a part of the country? Is it what's going on? Yeah, good question. So that's the answer.
Cool.
So I guess in the map it was part of Beleriand, but I don't know.
Inkawele. There we
Inkawele.
go. Provy's
Yeah.
country. Do you know if Provy still works on Inkawele, or is that retired from him?
No, that's way retired. I don't even know if Provi owns Inkawele. I think he might have given it up.
Oh, really?
Honestly. I could check the new map, or the newest map at the time of recording, to see if that's true.
But yeah,
Inkawele is indeed unclaimed. So,
it's very
I was going to say, if
industrial.
anyone wants to claim it, no, don't.
yeah. It's such an industrial.
Claim it
place.
if you're nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a collection of farms. That's it.
Yeah.
Like an industrial complex.
Yeah. What is Yggdrasil?
Yggdrasil,
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say only real ones remember Yggdrasil, but again, not really a country, but I guess it's here because it's very interesting. And I think you wondered this when we were going through the Baroon sources, you and I. Like, okay, what the hell was Andy up to after he lost Baroon, but before he remade Baroon?
Yeah. Well, he did join Baleriand.
Yes, so kind of his province. He wasn't a province because it's technically a vassal under Baleriand, but it's the same. Like, is it a vassal? Is it a part of the country? I don't know. What is Baleriand? Like, this Yggdrasil. And in fact, in some maps, hopefully one of the ones that I sent, it's in some of the stuff that I sent. If you open up the next one after this one. Yeah, there. That.
The south part?
No, look west in Australia.
This.
No, brother, look to the left. The other left.
What? To the left.
What?
Oh, I'm stupid. Okay. I'm blind.
That's okay. We still love you, Lolis.
This is
That's
This is
okay.
Valora
I still
now,
love
isn't
you,
it?
Lolis.
Yes, that is nowadays. This is Valora.
Valora glory.
Valora glory. It could chat. Is Valora claimant to the glory of Baleri?
yeah.
Is this true?
There's
Is this
a
true?
good Casus Belli, if any Valyrians are watching this.
Good question mark?
Yeah, it is a Casus Belli.
There's a
Maybe.
Casus belly. Is it good? That's debatable.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it a casus belly? That's also debatable. Because he owns it already, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Andy. That was kind of Andy's like base / province / thingy for many years. It's sort of the interregnum of Burun.
Did we go over Bennett, by the way?
We did.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
Okay,
did.
got you.
Yeah.
Just making sure we
There wasn't
covered
much
that
to go
one.
over, but we did.
It's just it was a town.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It wanted to be its own thing, and it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you want to take what branch out of Sanikia and FNS and then go with that?
I think the purple branch we should leave toward the end because that's
Okay.
the kind of more modern countries.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start out with FNS.
Yeah. So
Alright.
Dixie.
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 Dixieland. Yeah. So if you look at the north, at the very north of
This
this,
is Swanky's place, isn't it?
that is Swanky's place. Yes. Originally just the Georgian Islands, but later on made into a country. So as you can see, it's within the FNS here. But if you go to the next map,
Yes.
it's Dixie. You know, it's the Dixie, famously far north.
Yeah.
You know, very famously.
Yeah.
And
This is a
yeah,
big deal for the Cold War as well, Dixie.
Yes. In fact, if you look at the south of Britannia in this map, I believe.
Oh yeah.
It held land for a quick second. Densvag didn't like it. Amar also didn't like it. I think people didn't like it. He was kicked out, and that was like one of the treaties of Britannia. There's been like 5 treaties of Britannia, so-called treaties of Britannia.
Yeah.
That was one of them. Might have been the second or something. Essentially to kick him out without war.
So Dixie, so Swanky joined the Adeptus Mechanicus at some point, and then was
Yes.
declared a heretic. And
Because he was in Admech, and then at the same time he went to those islands and was like, I'm gonna build a green paradise and fortify it. What are you going to do about it? Which at the time, obviously, if you did that now, I guess gray area, but back in the day that was very much no. that was a big no. So yes, he got raided, and then later he joined the FNS. And actually during the FNS, is this one of the sources that I sent? I'm not sure.
What is it?
Yes, that go up. Immediately after this map, yeah, that.
Chronicles or
Yeah, Chronicles. Yeah, if you look up Swanky.
Yes.
Control F. Yeah. Yes.
So you
so you
joined
join
the order.
Yeah, and if you go the attack priests, cool. Right, and then during the Amar Revolution, the Admech joined, to help the Amar. The Seneca, fellow followers of knowledge. Oh yeah, that's because BCA. Even with their biological flaws, we were also informed by them that Swanky, Lucky Shark, and the King 47 had been plotting to provoke a conflict with us. Thus, by helping BCA's efforts and destroying our enemies, we were killing 2 birds with 1 stone, as good as that is. The other acolytes and the Mechanicus were only informed on the previous day in our attempts to maintain maximum security, and on that front we succeeded. Neither Lucky Star nor Swanky had any idea of any plot until it was right at their doorstep. BCA informed, blah 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 blah. We declared war 15 minutes later. Herman and I got our skeleton horses and rode to Baskar. There's video.
And there's video. Yeah, there's video of this.
In a future episode, I reckon.
There's
But yes.
a video of this.
While Kazame went to punish Swanky for his heresy at his northern fort. We arrived at Baskar and the insurgents were already there, meeting and celebrating. Against all odds, Kazame managed to kill Swanky and take his armor, taking the heretic out of action. Everyone, even non-believers, cheered. Once we saw the situation in Baskar was handled and being assured that there was no plundering to be done in that location, Herman and I rode to Kazame's aid to reinforce him, as Swanky was mounting a guerrilla fort in the underground of his island. We arrived, and after a short negotiations with Swanky, he surrendered his central island's loot to us. We three flew home after a very productive day. In our looting, we found a book. This isn't super relevant, but I'm gonna read it anyway. In our looting, we found a book made by Swanky, detailing an agreement to divide Beleriand, presumably with Barun as a co-participator. It is unsigned, so Barun is unlikely to believe us. However, we know that is our absolute mission. War against heretic is a confirmation of our faith, as the unsigned protects, so must we.
That's groundbreaking lore that I don't know if I know.
That's some lore. One can go for the what if episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously it didn't happen.
Obviously it didn't happen. But yeah.
Damn.
So boom, that's Dixie.
Danzweig, here we go.
Danzweig.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
well, you know, Danzweig, this is I believe the first country maybe other than Barun or Beleriand that you know, just straight up. Kinda.
Yeah, well, because it's still around.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah, Danzweig.
I made
Now,
it.
why does it come off of the FNS? Well, for that, you'll have to go many maps earlier.
Here?
Like, no, way earlier. Like the second map, I think. Right, because it got made for a quick second, and when Baskar, because they all got made basically at the same time. Danzweig,
And this is
Baskar,
Visport,
and Sanikia. Sorry?
is this Visport?
That is the very beginnings of Visport, which at the time I would imagine it's like a few chests, you know?
Yeah.
But the very next map, boom.
FNS?
Yeah, it was one of the FNS co-creators. Yeah, Visport, it says right there. Yeah, very good. Visport.
I
Yeah,
feel
so
like
that's-
everybody
so
knows
it-
about Danzweig,
Yeah, people know Danzweig, so we're fine. But yeah, it originated in FNS, so boom.
Interesting.
though.
Yeah.
And then from... Is that it for FNS?
Well, there's Corsair, but for that, that takes us in the other branch. So yeah, I think. Yeah, do we finish off the bar branch, or do we go to do we finish off the Danzweig one? I reckon the Danzweig one is quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do dance like then.
Okay. So then, whoa.
Danzweig. I think I need to go more modern for this. This is
No, Danzweig was in pretty much every other one of those maps.
Wait, what?
Danzweig was in pretty much every other one of those maps. Like above that.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Sure,
I mean,
yeah,
they're they do be claiming.
I do be crowing.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So if you'll zoom in on that, see the border between like Amara/Freaky Unity and Danzweig, you'll see that there's a tiny buffer zone just to the north. Like the north of the southern bit of the island.
Yeah.
That can we zoom in anymore? So because you know the quality of the YouTube video. Damn. Okay, there's a buffer zone there.
Yeah.
eventually, due to a meme / inside joke that most people in Trudeau were not privy to, not even me, that land got named Wanababa. and it got made into its own country. It wasn't a country.
Damn.
It was the most on-paper country ever. What were its citizens? Good question. Or rather, it was like every citizen that I guess on paper had was just like a dual citizen of another actual country, right?
Yeah.
So it was that, and the joke
That's
being,
crazy.
well, part of the joke being, if you would ask any of them, what is Wanababa? They would just answer the word Wanababa. That's it. That's the joke. It's still there. I mean, obviously, it's part of Dansvik or Helgen or whatever it's called nowadays. But it's that. It's not even like anything. There's nothing there. It's like some rocks. But yeah, that. But because like it had such a presence, like for a long time, Wanababa is there, and I guess it is one because it's technically one of the signatories for Helgen.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Because Dansvik had a colony in the far north and actually, is this in one of the maps? This might be in one of the maps. It might be in one of the Reddit ones, actually.
Which one are we looking at?
We're looking for Tautlas now.
Tautlas.
So I guess you'd have to go...
They still have that in the country's forums thing, don't they?
Maybe it's
Tautlas?
this?
Yeah, that. So, as you can see by that very stark line in terrain generation, Tautlas was a result of the scramble for the north post-update, right?
Yeah.
Which many old players, including myself, believe that this one scramble for the north is like the single worst thing that happened to Trudeau. Because it spread the player base so much. And it spread the player base, and kind of since the map has kind of been too big for the active player base that Trudeau has. Because there was the scramble for the north, the so-called Great Expansion North, and then with another update there was the so-called Great Expansion South, which then created Hesperia and Denoria and all of them countries. Yeah, you see, there's another bar there. there's another bar in terrain generation. That. I guess Denoria is just before that, but yeah. So Tautlas, it was a colony of Dansvik. And that was Craterman's country, and what's the other guy? I'm blanking.
Syntas?
Syntas, thank you. Yes, Syntas. How dare I? I feel like I met the guy in person. He was a joke. But yeah, that and yeah, boom. It was a colony. Not a whole lot there, but there's stuff. And if we'll go back to the flowchart, later on, with their powers combined, Rick Unity, Dansvik, Tautlas, and Wanababa fused together into the so-called Helgen Commonwealth, which I don't actually know if I have on this map. How dare I? I need to pull up with I didn't do my due research.
Is that from that one Killzone game? Is that why?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no. Ooh, okay. Now hold on. This crazy lore here. I'm so glad you're like the first person I know that has got that reference. So the lore, right? So Helgen was a country before on Trudeau, right?
Oh yes.
The so-called country that never existed. It was during Kiolan times, right? And it got made by new players. It got created, and obviously the week that it got made, Kiolan already raided it. Like they were messing with those dudes. And because of some technical difficulty with the server, there had to be a rollback, right, of the map of 1 week, and the guys didn't make the country again. So then the country technically never existed, but it had political interactions with Kiolan.
That's so funny.
Legend says you can still hear the echoes of the house to this day
house
in that
yes.
area.
The house. Rocket, you better add this to the goddamn book / documentary thing that you were writing.
Yeah.
But what's interesting then is that when the Federation here was trying to be made, the Commonwealth of all of those countries, like they were looking at very, very old maps, and they found that there was a thing called Helgan at one point in one map. So they're like, oh, let's name it something that's very like culturally significant to the continent, right?
Yeah.
So they called it the Union of Helgan, like calling it after something that technically never existed. So it's really interesting.
Yeah. There's some
kinda crazy.
discrepancies.
Yeah, this historical like discrepancies, a la Doctor Who. There's like it's a puzzle of like out of the history.
Yeah.
Boom. So that was
Helgan.
Helgan.
And Helgan existed for a while, but it was
Yeah, I mean
pretty inactive.
it still exists, question mark. So what happened? Obviously, there was then the Britannia Corporation, which was just Helgan, but under Chesapeake, and then after Chesapeake left and taken Tautlas as a gift, as a forced gift along the way, what remained of now Helgan basically just renamed itself Dansvik. So it's now Helgan owns. Dansvik owns Rikyunity, Wanababa, and Dansvik, and I guess Tautlas until not Tautlas. I guess not Tautlas. Yeah, Rikyunity, Dansvik, and Wanababa is just called Dansvik now.
Yeah.
So that. But that's difficult to explain in the flowchart. So just and then when Helgan / Dansvik was shedding some land because it had not the population for all of that huge expansion that it done throughout the years.
It was the whole continent united too. I
I
believe is it the only continent that was fully united under one name?
Yes.
Is Britannia?
The only continent that has ever been unified was Britannia, and it was under Dansvik / Helgan.
Yeah.
So other countries. Wait, can you go back to the Discord and pull up the rabbit meme?
Oh yeah.
So other countries, you gotta get on that. You gotta get on unify. Go and conquer your neighbors. We gotta unify.
Yeah.
I guess Harena now has unified through the Harena Council has unified unified the settled bits of Harena, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But not the whole continent because it's huge. So
Well, there's gonna be some interesting things tomorrow. Actually,
Oh, I got plans.
That statement might actually change really soon.
Ooh.
It's okay. This will be old news by the time people watch this.
Yeah, this will be like 2 months old. By this side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kartek.
And so anyway,
Um,
Helgan was shedding some land, and some of the land was owned. But I don't have a map for this. Let me pull one up.
Kartek birthed
Come
on these
on,
small
nice.
islands. Am I correct about that?
I know it was on. Let me pull up the map. Here it is. Nope, not this. Right. Bam, 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 boom. That was the map. So they shed that amount of land, and then
Yes. Oh wow! Holy, that's a lot. Of
yeah, so that was under Chesapeake. So Chesapeake owned half of the universe for a quick minute.
Yep.
And then in that other map that I sent just now, you can see that off of that unclaimed bit, that's where Kartek got made by some people who had migrated from Asgard. So there could be other flowcharts made,
Yeah.
but I don't know enough about them. This because Asgard comes off of the Salvation flowchart. And a lot of other countries come from the Cinder flowchart because the so-called Order of Cinder ends up in Evermont, ends up in Chesapeake, ends up in a lot of other stuff. Anyway, Kartek, and that's Kartek, and it's still there today.
Yes, and it's grown a lot.
It has grown.
It's
Yes.
actually
Yeah,
everybody knows this. It's taken over the north half of the Britannia.
Taking over the north. Well, everyone knows this now, but who knows? People might be looking at this years down the line.
Yeah. Yeah, it's taken over the completely north half of the continent, and then Dansvik is the southern half. And so it's kind of like a continent divided right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's obviously bound to be conflict with that,
Yeah.
especially since Visport's gone now.
Visport's gone.
Or it's not owned by
ceased
to
Visport
exist.
anymore.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's
It's
true.
like it's that one meme. It's like, where is America? Here. Where's Mexico? Here. Where's Soviet Union? In here. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's there's like the map of the continent of Britannia, and then like Visport just disappears. But if you close your eyes.
Yeah.
Anyway, back on this.
Amar or Amar. This is a fun one. I like Amar.
You know this.
Yes. I know a bit about it. I don't know. I know stuff about Beskar. I know the citizens of Amar. I know, it owns. I have to be honest with you. I kind of need to know more about it.
Yeah, if you're gonna write a Cold War, or anything about them.
Yeah. I know the stuff that's important. I would like to know more because I think I'm missing stuff.
Yeah, so obviously it was a kind of a rebellion against the FNS, and they kind of took over a lot of the FNS, and it was spearheaded by BCA. Older players will either shudder or be happy or nostalgic about that.
Yeah, I said that to someone was asking about BCA. I was like, you get two answers depending on who you ask.
Yeah. I have respect for BCA. I mean, compared to a lot of other players that came after, I've played with BCA many times over. BCA, he was very spirited. He was very, very passionate about everything that she believed, to a fault. But this was her brainchild, the administration of Moonlight Autonomous Regions, which is basically like this kind of like pseudo-anarchist, pseudo-direct democracy, almost like Athenian democracy kind of hybrid system thing going on, which is, I believe, to this day, well, unless you count Viism, but it wasn't really a thing, the only kind of emic to Trodu, kind of native to Trodu actual political ideology.
Does Tetrastocracy count though?
The Tetrasocracy is not an ideology. That is a system of government. Well, an electoral system, technically, not even government. This is an electoral system.
Yeah.
You have first past the post. You have oh fuck, I'm coughing. First past the post, STV, and Tetrasocracy. The administration of Moonlight Autonomous Region, so it was known as Amar, and she set up this kind of ideology behind it. And colloquially, it got called Amarchism. And other countries have tried to replicate it since. Not enough. I feel like a lot of other countries have been taken the sort of the aesthetic of Amar, but not really done Amarchism, the ideology.
Yeah.
And then there's been other countries that have I'm a communist country, because they'll take it off of IRL stuff, and then you ask them, it's like, okay, what is communist about it? And they'll be like, the flag is red. It's like,
For real.
yeah. So because that bugs me. So every single time I've tried to tell people that these kinds of people that try and do this, hey, there's an actual ideology to Trodu that the closest you can get to that.
It's like how you do it right. You kind of have to play into what existed, and I feel like this is such
It's Minecraft.
Yeah, it's such a good basis.
Yes, exactly, and you get continuity. Like that's free prestige, if you will.
Yeah.
That. So it was Amar. So and they made they had a whole voting system. It's kind of very, very decentralized.
Yeah.
It's very decentralized.
And we all know about the beef between Lucky and Amar.
Yes.
Because of their wildly different, not only views on systems and stuff, but Beskar.
I mean, the fact that it's labeled the ruins of Beskar on this map.
Yeah, the ruins of Beskar. Lucky, if you don't know, Lucky griefed Beskar before Amar was about to win it. So it's kind of like a scorched earth thing. And you could read more about this. You can read the whole thing in the Beskar, the Phoenix City book.
Yeah.
But
To any of our viewers, don't do this.
Yeah.
do not do that. If you're losing, that's the lamest shit you can do.
Yeah.
Like, if you're losing, like, burn your settlement just so the other people don't get the satisfaction of like, it's playing the game. They want it fair and square. Don't fucking do that, because then you don't get to ever again complain that there's no war on Schroeder.
Yeah.
Like, because if you do that, you don't get to ever again complain that there's no war on Schroeder, because you're eliminating the incentive, right?
Yeah.
So, don't do that. It's lame as hell. Also, it's a game. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. It's like there was like this whole like illegitimate claim that Lucky had on Beskar, and that it was actually like Amar's thing the whole time, which I don't know about that, but that was their whole thing from what I can tell.
But yeah, Amar.
So yeah, Amar.
Amar. And oh boy, Amar.
You got the Amar pipeline.
The Amar pipeline. Amar pipeline. Leave Trodu. Make. Become Stefan Cinder. Get band of Cinder. Make Atlas.
Yeah.
Leave out. Get band of Atlas.
Did they get band of
The
Atlas?
Amar. The Amar pipeline.
Yeah. Luna. What is Luna?
Luna. Oh, this might be in one of the later maps, but essentially Amar expanded some territory. Let's see if it's one of the later maps. Say that one, for example. No, too late.
No. Too late.
Like
Okay.
one of the earlier ones. Yeah. Maybe that one. No, too early. Damn.
Is this is the right general area, right?
Yeah, it's right. You see that square just north of Thesmos?
Yes, this.
Yeah, that
Okay.
would eventually become Luna. It might be. Check out that one.
I can't see that.
Yeah, there you go. So zoom. Yeah. Oh wait, no, go up. Oh no, I was wrong. It's not there at all. Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, there we go.
Luna, which eventually became its own country. This was the land ruled by Quintara. I don't know if anyone has ever ran across that name or come across that name.
Many times.
Quintara. To this day, still holds the record of the oldest player on Troder, like oldest IRL player on Troder. You're like in his 30s, had a wife and kids, like just playing Troder.
Damn, that's crazy.
Massive respects to Quintara.
Yeah,
Cool
I have a
guy,
book
cool
by
guy.
Quintara in my e-chest.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What about?
It was I think it was Nathan's opinion of Quintara.
Gotcha,
I got
gotcha.
one of
But I
the
mean, so then
OG
it was
copies.
by Nathan then.
Yeah, well, technically, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, on Quintara.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Luna. Very like only neighbor Irago ever had, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
And then if we go back to the flowchart.
Fear.
Right. Yes. Do you know what fear is?
I do. Fear
What
is
is?
a...
Fear?
Yeah.
Fear.
So
What?
so Amar, if I'm pretty sure Amar is like love in French or something. That's what.
In Spanish.
Spanish?
It means to love.
Okay.
Yes.
And then
Mi amor.
Yeah. And then fear. BCA liked to make acronyms from what I can tell.
Yeah. Funny acronyms.
I
So
think fear was a.
because Amar, upon the declaration of the so-called Great War, I have my quandaries with that name.
Yeah.
but the so-called Great War, that happens. Yeah, it's like shortly after this, really. Yeah, like on this map, shortly after this map, Amar collapsed. Just because it was already very decentralized. So then the various parts of Amar started declaring independence. Where are you zooming in?
I don't. Why is Danswyk in Atlasia?
Henesia, because reasons, and like someone made a country there called Henesia.
I didn't know
And
Danswyk
then-
was in my land. I have claimed.
Yeah. Is Kaizen Fez the true successor of Dance?
Yeah.
someone had made a country there,
Danswick land,
and they wanted to like be part of a bigger country, and instead of joining Occitania, they joined Danswick.
Well, unless you're on the lands of the Danswick people.
Yeah.
Yeah, what an oppressor for real. But yeah, so Amar, upon the declaration of the so-called Great War, collapsed. So all of its sort of the parts that make it up, became their own thing, and some bits of this kind of core bit of Amar, just north of the river, became its own thing, around what's called the Warni Picchu region, which is over there, like just around Sanikias, the Warni Picchu region. So then, that and some forts around it became the so-called Warni Picchu Anarchist Republic, or WAR for short. And that actually won a war against Barun. This is in the Fall of Barun book.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, after, and that was part of kind of that war against Barun was part of the wider so-called Great War. But then, like Warni Picchu Anarchist Republic and a bunch of the other like composite parts of what had been Amar, but not all of them, but some of them, reformed another kind of overall anarchist country, and that was the Federation of East Anarchist Republics, or FEAR for short.
Yeah.
Which is in the flowchart, so that's I can probably find a FEAR map. Yeah, the Federation of East Anarchist Republics, or FEAR for short.
Tasserenda.
Tasserenda, it had many names. But post-FEAR, like after BCA had left left Admech, but not Trodu. No, I mean, had left FEAR, she went and joined Admech, and so then the lands of Amar /FEAR/Warni Picchu were ruled by this other J Smiles. Some people might know J Smiles.
Yeah, I know J Smiles.
Otherwise known as J Smiles the Mad.
Yeah.
Some lore in there, but he wasn't super down.
Soft Empire, if I'm pretty sure.
Yes, that's true. That's true. I have written a book with him called The Soft Empire, which is about Valerian. But he, and I sent a new map. He wasn't super down with the whole anarchist project. So he took all those lands and renamed it to the Kingdom of Casserenda. Which was in itself a vassal of Beleriand, because he thought, I can get extra legitimacy if instead of just declaring myself king, Harpy crowns me, right? Because then, that's crazy legitimacy. So there's video of that, there's footage of the crowning of J Smiles. Now, it was for the longest time basically a one-person country, so it didn't, it's not a whole lot happening in it, but it did do some things internationally. Mostly with those territorial disputes with Barun that are labeled on this map. Yeah, that. And if we'll go back to the flowchart.
ARG.
Yes. You'll remember the ARG.
Yeah,
it was a member of Libertas for a quick second.
Yeah, I was in the ARG.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the ARG, mister?
So it was Relja. So is Solari on the...
No, because it's not really like a thing, really. Or rather, it's I guess difficult to label on the flowchart, because it was like a federation of a bunch of Germanian countries that then dissolved.
Yeah. So when Solari split, it split up into Barun and into the ARG, and then some other states I don't really remember. But ARG was essentially the anarchist regions of Germania. And their claims were similar to this, maybe a bit smaller, but it did have Sanikia. And it was Relja was in ARG. It was Lucy.
You're missing the main person, Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy in ARG. Flanks was in it, but I don't think that really mattered. But yeah, it didn't really
notice-
do anything, to be quite honest with you, except join Libertas and then leave it like 2 weeks later. So.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you'll notice that all of the people they just named were dual citizens of other countries.
Yeah, including myself. I was also in it.
Here it is. I found a map of the ARG. Which is it was Lucy and other people. It joined Libertas for a quick minute, and then it left.
Yep.
Because it was like, so it joined Libertas, but Lucy was like, "Oh, we're not interested in going to we're against ATMEC, but we're not gonna go to war against ATMEC. We just like Libertas for the fact that it's a huge ass alliance." So then a bunch of people were like, "Hold on a minute, y'all said that Libertas would dissolve immediately after beating ATMEC. What do you mean you like the benefits of it just being an alliance and you're not interested in the ATMEC bit? I thought the ATMEC bit was the whole of Libertas." So then, essentially, after pressure, the ARG left Libertas. And whether Libertas would have kept existing after destroying ATMEC is kind of a moot point because it didn't.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Yeah. Hold on, before you move, Pepperland.
Oh yeah, Pepperland. I don't know about this.
I don't know too much about this, to be honest, but it's in a couple maps. In that one, for example.
This one?
Not this one. The one for that one.
Eldia.
Oh, I'll rename Eldia, Pepperland, Eldia, whatever. It's just like some settlements over there. It kind of didn't really. Didn't interact with its neighbors. It interacted with some specific people that they were like friends with. That were like very much on the periphery of Trodo. So I don't actually know a whole lot about Eldia. I know they'd like to hoard land, and yeah.
Damn.
I know, for example, that after the dude, Commander Pepper, what was his name, who owned Eldia, I know that after he left his lands to Atlasia, making Atlasia even bigger, because both land hoarding countries fused into one, and all of them under Rendanite, specific just Rendanite.
Yeah.
So then after Rendanite left and all of that stuff got kind of dropped on Molly and Riceslap, then they, slowly over time started, unclaiming, giving land away and stuff until what it's now, which is not a whole lot.
Yep.
So all of that stuff in Eldia, what was Eldia/Pepperland is now unclaimed. I guess Vastalasia is taking over a little bit, which is good because there's bases, there's materials still there. So, make full use of it.
Pepperland, Eldia, from what I can tell, it's similar.
But yeah.
All right.
Boom.
There's the non-purple flowchart.
The non-purple
Why is this
flowchart,
divided up into purple eventually?
Basically because for one, it's like a huge tree that sprouts off of this, but also because I guess just to make it simpler, because the lines kind of intersect otherwise. With the coming off of the FNS, it would intersect with the Sanikia.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So that, and also because it's kind of its own. You could almost make it its own tree about it, like the EAC tree.
Oh yeah.
In fact, if there's more Britannia action in the future, I am very much floating the idea of having the Dansvik kind of area be its own, like in orange, like label it in orange.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
So yeah.
So we got a lot of stuff I know about here.
Yeah, you'll know about this. You'll know about a lot of these.
So Tom TWS1 was a citizen of Baroon and left to join Piedmont, and eventually they came to an agreement with Lucky, who owned Corsair.
Right, because Lucky, after being deposed on the FNS, went and I've got a map about this. If you go up, more up, that one. Go down to the one after, down a bit below it. Yeah, that one.
Yes. So here's Piedmont. This was ran by Jumex, and then Corsair was by Lucky. there was a whole beef where Lucky just built a big wooden wall to divide it and said you can't expand past this, and it's still there, by the way. And yeah, so they
like Lucky escaped from got cooed in the FNS, blew up by Scar, disappeared, and then reappeared again in Corsair, and immediately has another neighbor trying to expand into it.
Yeah.
She's like, no wall, no way.
Yep. So that was the beginning of the Corsair, and then eventually something called the EAC or Ecclesiastic Arcanet was developed. It was a huge power on Astray. Sardinia, Piedmont. Eventually, they actually included Lucky in it with Corsair. It had this coastal region. It had the northern parts, Cartavia.
There's a map about it.
Yeah. There's a whole map, and then.
No, as in I sent one.
Oh, okay.
But wait, it would have been the one immediately below it, because they're in order.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had sent one just now.
Go down. Here we go. That one. That's the original EAC was this small.
Yep. So we have Mary Enrichdorf, which is Tom's place.
A bunch of people from Baroon separated. Yeah,
Alpha also is here. Blazing Druid is here.
I haven't heard that name in years. Oh my god.
Blazing Druid. We'll get to Delos.
Yeah, we'll get to Delos.
But yeah, this is kind of a smaller claim of it, but it'll grow really big.
I have that. It's under this.
This one?
Oh, actually, do I have that?
Oh, this is the time.
Oh, yeah, there's this. This is the time lapse, which just thought to show. Is it? Yeah.
So you can see Germania starts getting EAC claims. This looks like it's the peak.
Can I go full screen?
Yes.
Boom.
So.
Yes. No, that's not.
No. It would join. Arcania would join EAC.
Yeah. Hold on, I can find this for you. Hold on.
Oh, look at that. That's.
I am become nigh as the finder of maps.
Basically, EAC was huge.
Yeah.
Gigantic.
And it's kind of famous to this day because for one, it ran kind of super well. Like internal politics wise, it's very few countries are its competition. Maybe PCAT-MEC, maybe Johannesburg, and that's about it.
I am in the EAC Discord, but I don't know if I want to.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they gave it to me for my book, and I was like, "Oh, this is so cool." I don't know if I'll show it.
There's so much stuff to go through.
There is. It's crazy. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, but even people who fought EAC, right? I like in the Cold War. Me, like /4 and go. I was on the other side of the Cold War. It's very much the enemy of the EAC. Everyone who fought against the EAC has massive respect for the EAC.
Yeah.
Huge respect for the EAC.
Yep. Back to the flowcharts.
Yeah. Here, I've got a map for you. Wait, I can probably find one for you.
So, Freemasons, if I remember correctly, is a...
Yes, but before we get to Freemasons,
okay.
there's a quick map about the bigger EAC.
Oh yeah, this looks like the peak of EAC.
Oh wait, I can get you a higher quality one. Give me a second.
Okay.
Boom. Oh wait, no, the image is too big. Never mind.
Okay, that's all good.
Let me just
your mic was so loud. The image is too big.
The image is too big. Original.
Did you delete it?
There you go. Yeah, but I've got it again. There you go. They might be low quality.
Here's a low quality version, but this is the general idea of the claims. It's very large. You can see Arcania even fell under EAC claims, which is crazy. Ramipal, it was huge. It was a huge place.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And
like the kind of settlement of Astray as a continent was kind of done in a very big part by the EAC.
yes, at least the earliest bits, definitely.
Yeah, because before it was kind of like just like Arcania and kind of like the eastern coast of Astray, and basically that.
Yep.
Yeah, Arcania, Libra, a bit of Valerian, a bit of the north, and that was it. And then it was like, Piedmont, Corsair, EAC that built all this stuff.
Yep. I am writing a book about this whole thing. It's very in-depth.
Which might be out by then or not. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe not. Okay.
Yeah, I am still working on it. It's just
Fair.
very in-depth.
It better be good than it be quick. So.
Yeah. So moving on, the EAC collapses.
Yes.
Freemasons, I believe. You go.
You go.
No, you go.
Me go.
Yeah, you go.
Okay. Basically, because if we look at the map that we just saw, there's like one part of the AC is very much on Astray, one part of the AC is very much in Germania. The one in Astray, or what remained of the bit in Astray when the AC collapsed or dissolved rather, was mostly left to Lucky. So, and he still owns it to this day, unless 2 months from now or whatever doesn't. Yeah, but that bit was still by Lucky, and it was called the Occitanian Empire or Occitania. And the bit in Germania was they didn't really know what to do with it. They just called it the Freemasons. Later on, it got made into Delos, which is owned by Alpha to this day.
Yep.
Well, and now it's under Bruin again, but
yeah.
So full circle kind of.
Yep. And
Full circle.
Delos,
Yeah.
well, everybody knows Delos as the economic island.
The bank, yeah.
The bank. Which is right here.
You might want to get a higher quality map for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me. Is this a higher? Yes. So it's weird. It's under Baskar here, but
Yeah.
Essentially, Delos was never completed while the EAC existed. It was only after, and it was intended to be this neutral point for all the city-states of the Delos, but it never got completed. So it was kind of weird. But it is completed now, and it's been turned into this economic building and bank for free marks.
The bank that makes the free marks. Entropia. I mean, at this point it shouldn't really be here, but it was a project of a city to be made off of the remaining land that was kind of the Germanian bit of the EAC/Freemasons. Spearheaded by Rice, where it was essentially going to be like an international city that like pretty much anyone could like build on, and it kind of like this global project of a city. Not enough people cared. It died, and then it was left in limbo for a very long time, and then it got re-annexed into Delos. The end.
Yep.
Really shouldn't be here anymore, but yeah.
Occitania. We talked about this. This was Lucky's. There is a map, I believe you sent.
There's there.
Occitania. Oh no. Ecclesiastic Kingdom of Occitania.
Shut up. Shut up with that name.
Yeah.
I guess for a quick minute it was a vassal of Balerion, I guess, according to this map. I don't know whether.
I believe.
Oh no, Dansvik! Not Balerion, Dansvik. Right?
No,
or
that's
it Balerion?
that's
No, it's Balerion.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I don't remember this.
And the Occitanian Empire, whatever you call it, was the reason the big wall is built, by Rendonite at the time, and it still exists.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I know.
So you can blame Lucky.
Yeah, you have Lucky to blame for that. / Rendonite, depending on.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then we get to early 2024.
You want to do Galadines?
Wait, no, before that, Galadines. Yeah, that's true.
You sent a bit of a thing about Galadines not too long ago, I believe.
Yeah. Do you want to look it up real quick?
Sure. Oh, there's an event going on.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay, Galadines. Okay. super short
What did I
version
say?
is that it's an archipelago of islands that existed under Occitanian Empire. In April 2023, Kras, a former Bruneian Kaiser, declared independence. The Galadin's Republic was fairly active in its time, held elections, debates. It was a very tiny nation and existing in a chain of islands, but quite vigorous and proud of how it carries itself. I think it had about 5 or 6 players. Kras grew inactive, the islands were bought by Rocket, and the archipelago idea was done away with, connecting most of the islands in a layer of dirt, and it's been abandoned, and it sits there still.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
But I quite liked the shtick of the Galadins, like, back in the day. Because, like, what can you do country-wise? Like, can you make the most of a very small amount of land? Right? Because these are tiny islands, some of these. Like, you could fit, like, right? Like, so it's an archipelago of very tiny islands, and it was really cool while it lasted. Like, it had stuff going on.
Yeah.
I found that really cool. And then, Rocket, like, bought it sometime after, when it was, like, kind of had fallen into inactivity. And he set up this thing called Planco, or Plantation 1.
I thought he built that from, nothing.
God.
Yeah, so what he did was, he did away with the archipelago idea, and instead, he joined every island with a layer of dirt. A single layer of dirt, as in not down to ocean level, just a single layer of dirt. Every island is united, made a huge platform, and he was meant to build a country on top of that. And actually with a really, really cool
it is a cool idea.
Which basically he trained an AI, he trained a version of ChatGPT he crammed a bunch of Trodu knowledge into it. Like, he gave it all of the biographies, all of the everything, and it was called Archon, and it was meant to be like the leader of the country. So essentially, Rocket would do everything that this AI said, and that would, that was that.
So stupid. That's so stupid.
I think it's stupid.
It's kind of cute. It didn't do anything.
It's cute.
I mean, it's like you're bringing like AI to like some like role play stuff. Like that should be like all like human stuff.
That's fair. But I guess kind of in role play, it was meant to be like, we've made this supercomputer or whatever. So it's like kind of.
It was very much a Chesapeake inspired thing too, from what I can tell.
In any case, he gave up on it. It never happened, and so there's now not an archipelago. It's just a big ass platform of dirt in the middle of the ocean that's abandoned. So. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I want somebody to inhabit it and turn it into something good.
Yeah, a lot of what was the Galadins is just not there anymore.
Yeah. Anyways.
So now we get
of Astray.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Fuck.
Or do you want to go to Aldine?
No.
Okay. No.
No. Just at all.
Alright.
No, I don't think I will.
Imperial Federation of Astray, this is 2024.
I guess I'll go back.
Krieg.
Nope. Go... That one.
Are you sure?
Boom. So, fuck. Okay, so... It's complicated, right?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why it's complicated. Because in early... zoom in.
Okay,
that one's a good map. Yeah. And I'll tell you why it's complicated. Because in early 2024, Lucky wanted to give away some lands because he still held a shit ton of land basically by himself, just, very old EAC clay. And a lot of new players were joining, right? There was a bit of a wave at the beginning of 2024. And he gave land to some groups of players. This country by the name of Jotonia got made.
Yes.
You'll never guess who made it.
Yeah, and you'll never guess. You'll never guess what it kind of turned into.
Yeah. The Jotonia, and this other country called Theodosia. Eventually, this other country called Valora. All
the stuff you know about right now is like back here.
Yeah. Early 2024 land grants by Lucky to new players because. Like, if you was just hoarding a ton of land in Astray was basically unplayable. right?
Yeah.
So then he was like giving up a bunch of. He was convinced to be fair, but still give up a lot of land and all those countries. Thing is, then a lot of those countries, excluding Dretonia, then fused into this thing called the Imperial Federation of Astray, which was all those countries exist, but they're now part of a bigger the federation, so they get a say, right, in the internal politics.
Yeah.
It was active for a bit until it kind of dissolved, kind of almost
It
up
lived,
to.
It lived on the war with Livonia, from what I can tell.
Because then Dretonia, like a lot of the people from Dretonia left south to create Jodersburg later on, but then Callum, this dude by the name of Cactus Callum, oh boy, what are you looking at? Do you want to show the DMs with the religion?
No, we're going all the way up. All the way
oh
up.
Boy.
Hey, I saw you were new to Chodo server, and I was interested in if you'd like to join a nation. It's called Imperial Federation of Astray, if you want to know.
That's crazy. I was about to ask you about the extent of your involvement in the war, so Astray is fucking wild. I'm fighting with you guys? I know, it's just a funny timing. Let's do it. So, okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny. It's like the first message you ever sent me is, you should join the Imperial Federation of Astray.
What true to what if?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Gave all these land grants, then all those countries, except for Novonia, I guess, joined the Imperial Federation of Astray. And Novonia was Callum's kind of version of Dretonia.
Totally not
yet another example. Yeah, very controversial Callum. If someone watching this podcast, listening to this podcast, hasn't heard of Cactus Callum, controversial individual. Even remove the more very questionable stuff out of the server. Even in the server, quite controversial.
Yeah.
Novonia,
if you don't know who he is, the world is healing.
Precisely. Novonia, one such example of my flag is red.
Yeah.
It's communist country. How is it communist? My flag is red. So that, and the whole beef he had with Lucky was so dumb. It was so stupid.
Yeah.
Because Lucky is very conservative IRL, and then he was like, "No, I'm not allying with I'm not signing a peace with a communist. He's communist." And I was like, "How?" He's like, "They say, do you see they're communists?" I'm like, "But how?" Also, they're just like, "Yeah, in game, Imperial Federation. I'm monarchy, so actually, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And then it was so. Oh my god. It's very dumb.
But from the
Imperial Federation of Astray later recollapsed, so then all those countries that formed it became independent once again. But it was difficult to explain that here. Yeah. In the flowchart. So I just said Occitania, Imperial Federation, and then the countries instead of Occitania, countries, Imperial Federation, countries again, because that'd be dumb. Theodosia. That was it. So originally it was set up in Germania, funnily enough.
Really?
But then they had a quick beef with, I think, either ERG or Baroon. This is in a book in the library, and someone can correct me in the comments. Maybe Aurelja's watching. But yeah, there was by Aurelja. He tried to set up in Germania. There was beef. He got kicked out, like the Manderleys. He got kicked out of the Reach. Got kicked out of Germania. Got kicked out of Germania, went to Astray and set up Theodosia in Astray. Not this map.
There's Estovakia, which is essentially...
Yeah, because after Relja's character died, he left the kingdom of Theodosia to Mexer. And obviously Mexer was a citizen of Estovakia. So then Estovakia just kind of took it over.
Yep.
So there was the Queendom of Theodosia, a proud member of Libertas.
Yep. And totally not vassal state of Estovakia. It's independent. Just trust us, guys.
It was independent when it matters, and then not independent when it matters.
Yeah.
and then eventually Callum came back to Livonia. Oh yeah, Callum lost a war. He got kicked out of Livonia, and then he well, actually technically
he just abandoned it. He just abandoned it for Jodasburg.
Yeah, he left for Jodasburg. Became prime minister. Yeah, became prime minister in Jodasburg. Tried to have Jodasburg join Libertas. They didn't succeed. He got taken off of Jodasburg, went back to Livonia, remade Livonia under the name Krieg, meaning war in German, then tried to convince everyone that he was peaceful, and then Chesapeake curb stomped him to the ground.
Yeah, Chesapeake right here. Just destroyed him.
Yeah, and then that was the end of that.
Yep. Valora. So here's a map for that. Here's a fun one.
Valora Glory.
I believe.
Valora Glory?
Wasn't Vindex part of Theodosia?
Vindex, yes! The lore here is crazy, right? I think maybe Vindex is writing a thing, or has written a thing about this, maybe? If not, then maybe Relja might have his POV of this. Because it depends on who you ask.
I think it was Relja.
It depends on who you ask what exactly happened, but as far as I can gather, because I wasn't super intro in this period because I was very busy with uni, but Vindex was in Theodosia. This was like earliest Vindex, early 2024, and then he made this town called Port
Luna.
Port Luna?
Yep, Port Luna.
Yep. Yeah, Port Luna. Attack Port Luna without any reason.
Yeah.
Port Luna.
Permanently burned into my brain.
So Port Luna, and then Relja, I don't know if this is true or not, but maybe yes, maybe not, but Relja got the sense that Vindex was planning a coup of Theodosia, to take over Theodosia. So Relja exiled Vindex, but then Vindex was like, well, I'm leaving with my town, so we're seceding, and then Relja was like, no, that land is part of the country, not of you. And then Vindex was like, no, I made it, and before it got turned into like a rules lawyering with the admins, which is would have been lame, both sides agree, okay, let's just solve it in Geopol. Okay, the Port Luna revolt, cool. So now it's fun, right? So then Vindex as part of Port Luna reached out to Livonia at the time, led by Callum, and was like, yo, help me out, It's like, so then, and because Callum was the regional rival of Theodosia, it now was a flashpoint. Right, so it was like kind of really interesting, right? A really interesting situation. Last minute, literally like on the day, as far as either the day before or on the day that the battle was meant to happen, Theodosia and Callum, sorry, Relja and Callum reached an agreement. So then Callum switched sides, so now it's Theodosia and Livonia were going to curb stomp Vindex in Port Luna, and they did. So then Vindex got kicked out and eventually made Valora down south. So actually, Vindex might have a claim to either Port Luna or the whole of Theodosia if he wants to press it.
Listen, I mean, Vindex, if you're watching this,
then
I don't know. I don't know if
press this angle.
That, but...
Yeah, I don't know if he has the population to settle all that land, but
Listen, if
it's also
Valora keeps going on the way it has been, it might,
That's true. That's true. Then again, if he keeps going down the coast, the next thing would be Valerian, not really Theodosia. But
Yeah.
But yeah, boom, that.
Valora.
Acacia. It is actually on that map that we just saw.
Oh, it is. What's the deal with this?
This is a town that was built by Dime a Dozen.
Really?
Yeah, Dime a Dozen. Some people might know him as a Kaiser of Baruna at one point for about a month. Well, for about 2 months. He is Lucky's IRL brother. And so actually there are 3 siblings. I don't remember the name of Shrimp, Wimpy Shrimp. You might know that name too.
Yes.
And in game, they're all the what do you call it? The
Ostmasons?
Thank you. The Ostmason family, which is hilarious because technically the kind of the head of the Ostmason family is still Tom. Because Tom adopted Lucky, and that was the start of the Ostmason family. And then he got his 2 brothers also adopted. So quite funny. So Acacia was a town made by Dime, and it was inside of the Occitania. Yeah, Occitanian Empire / Occitania Holdings.
They spelled it
what-
wrong on the map.
Okay.
Oksha.
Okasha. Oh yeah, Oksha.
Damn,
That's
crazy.
crazy. That's
Brady, what are
crazy.
we? Oh no, that's not. Oh, it is Brady. Brady, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Come on.
What are we doing, Brady? Oksha is crazy. So what matters about theater? Occasia matters anything, is because Dime wanted to flex, and there was like a house in Acacia that was partly built with like ancient debris, and nobody noticed
For years.
Nobody noticed for years until when Kartek went down to Theodosia to raid upon the bandwave, right? When the Libertas kind of bandwave happened, including Mexer, meaning that Theodosia was now unclaimed. Kartek went down there and to plunder parts of Theodosia.
Or no, Rel just
The
personal
Rail
claim.
took that bit of that house in Acacia.
Oh, did he?
Yes, so it no longer has ancient debris. That stuff is now in Kanheim, or no, not Kanheim. What's the capital of Kartek called nowadays?
What is it? It's on the
I
new
forget.
map. I forget the name. I know I like it a lot. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really well built. It's Kronstadt.
Kronstadt.
Yeah, Kanheim is in Askegard, my bad. Kronstadt. It's now in Kronstadt somewhere.
Yeah. Cool. That's
yeah, cool.
Oksha or Okasia. We talked about
boy.
galleons. We are almost done.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Jotonia.
Jotonia. So we said Jotonia. We looked at Jotonia.
Yep.
If you go up. Oh yeah, no, see, yeah. So Jotonia, and then one part is Neuronia, and then Krieg. So essentially, the bit of Jotonia that stayed in Astray, that being Callum and Co. in Astray, and then the other branch is the people who left for Harena.
Yeah. And
And
that
then
was
it's
Jodasburg, and then Buren, and then they
Buren
combined,
and Lothrikia.
to the United Duchies, and then Lothricia, I believe, got absorbed. Maybe I'm wrong about
Into Jodasburg, I believe.
that. And so it's just all under one banner now.
Yeah.
And that is the Order of the Sun flowchart.
Hold on.
Oh,
Before we wrap
okay.
up, Lothrikia I find quite funny, or Lothricia, I like Lothrikia, it's funny.
Lothrikia.
Lothrikia is actually quite funny because I don't know too much about Lothrikia. However, two fun
Join
facts
your
about
house.
Lothrikia. One, it's one of the 6 members of Libertas, like one of the kind of 6 core members of Libertas, for
Interesting.
a reason. Can you tell me why, Lolis? What was their
Um,
stake in Libertas?
I believe it
Yeah.
was me DMing Xanthic Mediator, and I was like, hey, I would like you to take part in this war and help us out. And he was like, okay, if you join Lothricia, I'll join. Cool, I joined it.
Alright.
Yeah, it wasn't anything crazy.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So that's fun fact 1. Fun fact 2. For like, I want to say like a year or more. No, yeah, more than a year. Their name was misspelled.
Yes.
Because originally it was meant to be the bishopric of Lothricia, but it was on Discord and in many documents, it was the bisphoric of Lothricia.
Yeah, I was like, that's a cool word. I've
Kinda
never heard
sounds
of that.
better.
Yeah, that sounds better, but no, it's the bishopric, but I don't think they realized.
No.
But then when other countries were trying to like do business with them, they saw the Discord role and they were like, oh, I guess that's the name, it's the bisphoric. So then it is in some treaties.
Does this
Really?
whole flowchart, do you think it needs an upgrade or an update? Any?
Well, I have updated. So as of right now, this is fully updated.
Okay. Cool.
At least as far as the Order of the Sun goes, like anything that can be traced back to the Order of the Sun. Thing being, there's 1/2 more whole ass trees. Maybe not this big, but pretty big that you can make. One of them is, as I said, the Order of Cinder, because that one ends up in Evermond. That one ends up in Palor, in Chesapeake. That one ends up in a lot of different stuff, mostly around the north, but also there's other stuff. There's South Shore, and a lot of other countries come off that tree. Vale comes off of that. A bunch of that comes off that tree, but I don't know enough to do that. And the couple times I asked the Chesapeake people to do it. They just argue against. They've argued amongst each other, and none of them can agree on what the tree would look like. So I don't know.
Listen.
And
at least they care.
Or salvation, I guess. Was it?
At least they care enough to argue.
Yeah, it's like, no, what came off of what? No, because I did this, and then this dude, this player who you've never heard, actually was in this, and then they joined that, but the plan was this, but we were in this government. That. And then the other tree would be salvation, but that one's smaller. That's a very small tree, because that one is mostly salvation. You get Eskigard, you get Kartek, you get.
Where's Eskigard on this?
It's not on this because it's not descendant of the Earth Sun. That's why I'm like, you can have 2 other trees because.
Oh, and neither is Adeptus. Adeptus isn't on the side.
No. Yeah, actually, Adeptus. I've debated. Actually, maybe you guys can give me your 2 cents.
Yeah.
Because I've debated because Adeptus could maybe be here.
Where?
But it would come off of.
Of course, the AdMech wants to put Adeptus.
It would come off of Keoland.
Why?
Because AdMech was like a non-country until it was discovered by Keoland, and then essentially its first stint into not statehood, but like the closest you can get into statehood was as a vassal of Keoland. So if I apply my filter equally as I would with others, technically, it would be under Keoland. It's just not super related, if at all. So I don't know.
I don't know if I would put that on. It
But
might
then
be
again,
a
it's
bit
the same
misleading.
That's why Senekia comes off of Barun.
Wait, Keelan comes off of Barun, yeah. Well,
No, Senekia comes off of Barun
Oh.
because it was originally a vassal of Barun.
but AdMech wasn't a vassal of Keoland.
Yes, it was.
Technically, but you went to war with them though.
After, yeah. But I mean, so did Senekia.
Okay, I see it.
But
It's a little. I'll admit it's a little.
It's
It's a little
a little
tough
bit of a
to
stretch.
see. Yeah. It's up to you. I could see it either way.
Kat, what do you think?
Of course, the AdMech wants to put AdMech in the country.
No, I mean, so far I haven't. That's why. So but
Yeah.
maybe.
I mean, it would stick right in the middle there, And are there any derivatives of AdMech at all? No, right?
Anything that came off of Atmec? No.
Technically, the Valora religion did, but I wouldn't relate that.
Yeah, if you made a religions tree.
Oh, that's a good one.
That would actually be interesting.
Yeah.
that would be.
Oh,
Ooh, a religions episode? Religions episode? Religions episode? Question mark.
I guess we're doing a religions episode.
Maybe. I don't know if there's enough. Maybe it can be a short episode.
See, this is what happens. We just come up with these random
Yeah.
tangents, and then
Very vague.
Yeah, religions episode. Then we'll see. But yeah, so that you would have, as per my count, those 2 other trees, and then you would have pretty much like 90% of all countries that have been on Druid, other than very far away or very isolated or not super relevant ones.
Yeah.
for real.
Now what I'm trying to think is, what the hell, bro? Because the South world, right?
Yeah, it's not. There's not a whole lot, is there?
Yeah, but where in the hell do Hesperia, Deloria, the HZE,
Grenades.
Tarsia technically?
all
Do
of
they
it
come
is.
off the same thing or not? Because not really. They don't descend off the same country. They just kind of popped into being roughly around the same time. They all allied together into the Gredaze Confederation. Then they split again, and that's it. Maybe
You
they
could
don't
go
have a common
Aracania
ancestor.
Nova, maybe, and that's a big stretch.
But not really, because they don't essentially it would end there. Because then, Hesperia acquires it, but it's not that Hesperia comes out of Arcania.
So it wouldn't be on the flow tree, would it?
No, it wouldn't be, because they don't have a single ancestor.
Would you consider putting the new Aracania country on? North Aracania?
That's the thing. So once a country has had a little bit of time and it's a little bit more established on Trodu, or it's like, I need to put it for this to make sense, then it goes here. So when I say that this is fully updated, I'm like, okay, yeah, Vastalasia, it technically isn't here because it could come out of Eldia. I'm waiting to see, what Vastalasia becomes, if it does anything. And North Araucania, same, because it would come out of...
Yeah, and then you also have to maybe put Tunguska coming off of Jodasburg.
Tunguska.
Yeah, because you have a whole Jodasphere to... I know they don't like that. But you have a whole sphere to do if you really want.
North Araucania would come off of Occitania, technically.
Really?
I mean, yeah, think about it. Who gave them the land?
Yeah, that's a good point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe, in a couple of months down the line, or if they've done more stuff geopolitically, where it's like, okay, they've had a bit of an impact already, so I can put them here. Then they will. That'd be the next version.
Cool.
And if Kartek, lays colonies or lays claim to other places, and then those places become independent or whatever, then that tree can grow. The Densvike sort of tree can grow up larger.
Yep.
Crazy.
I like the whole Densvike tree. I like that it does make sense too, because it goes to Kartek, but it's a very you have to know about it. Because this looks confusing.
Those who know.
Yeah, those who know.
Those who know. Yeah. So that is yeah. Oh, sorry, you were closing it off, not me.
Oh yeah. That is the Order of the Sun flowchart. Explained.
Clickbait video.
/lore/hidden knowledge you didn't know about.
Red circle in the thumbnail. Can you do that?
I
don't know. Red circle goes wrong.
Yeah.
QLN 4.
Yeah.
That's crazy though, like how much it's changed. Like how many countries have been there that don't even exist anymore, yet their impact's still there, and then how many new countries have already had such a strong impact, yet they're not there already.
Right?
Like I think, remember we were talking about, what are derivatives of Admech? I feel like Queendom, maybe, of Atlasia? Considering...
Not really.
Not
because
really.
Atlasia existed for years before that.
It depends on who you ask.
It depends on who you ask.
Say yes.
Some people might say yes.
I would
there's
say
a case to
it
be
comes
made.
from Rendanite though. So
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because the country of Atlasia, Queendom of Atlasia existed for years. Then literally it was a succession. It was just, okay, next Queen of Atlasia is Molly and Rice. So and obviously they left for that. So just kind of okay. I guess there was a period of time when they were in the same, or they were still in Admech, because that just kind of got dropped on them, and they're trying to figure out. You could make that argument. You could. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's like there's so much that could be suggested about this, which is why I think things like these are amazing, because everybody has their own theory, and the thing with these theories is that they're all completely valid. There is no theory that's like, no, that wouldn't happen. It's like, you know what? Maybe that could. Maybe that would happen.
That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah, exactly. This is so fun. I enjoyed this episode. Well, more history-focused episode. This was that one. If you guys watching have any comments or want to weigh in on these issues that we brought up,
or if you have hidden
would
knowledge,
Admech come out of Keelan? Would Atlasia come out of Admech?
Yeah. If you have secret hidden knowledge that explains the whole timeline, and we're actually wrong about the whole thing, and you're right, let us know.
You are Roger Kraft.
Yeah.
The Order of the Sun never existed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but when Trodu got made, on day one, actually the whole of Trodu was given to Valora, but Valora made country, so it gave it to the Order of the Sun.
Yep. This is the truth.
Yeah. This is truth.
All right, cool. I enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So like, subscribe, punch the comment. No wait, punch the what?
Physically punch your monitor.
punch your monitor, and then log on to Trodu and have fun in your country and rebel against your country. So then this gets bigger.
And if you want to make a country, if you want to appear on this, find a way to make yourself useful, and that sounds really mean. Not useful is the wrong word. Make sure you're connected, and then you'll be on it, and that would be cool.
Yeah, like join a country that exists. Yeah, join a country that exists here, and grab a piece of it and become independent with it.
And then
make it big enough and important enough with enough people that then you'll have independentist movement. So then branches will come up of you.
Yeah, and then we'll talk about you on the next episode.
Yes.
On the next time.
On the next.
Yeah.
Well, that would actually be fun, an update, but I would need to grow a lot to justify all of this.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Again, it's like middle of June we're recording this, so if there's stuff that happens, we don't know. Cool.
13th of June.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Have a good one, yo.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.